Hello and welcome. Excuse me. Welcome. It is the full moon in Scorpio. Yeah, it's May 12th, 2025. I'm Mary June Tracy, the Guru Mama, coming to you with the 411 of the shenanigans of the planets. And we're going to get into some detail with this today and have some fun. So let's have some fun today. Want some fun? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you receive this message, thank you so much for joining me, two lovely ladies there on Instagram. Woo! So, we're going to talk about this full moon and the energies of this full moon. It's intense. I'm not going to lie. This is like the theme I got for this is secret serpents and sacred smoke. Say that 5 times. Secret serpents and sacred smoke on the Scorpio full moon. So I brought in the essence, the serpent, the energies coming in. So yeah, welcome. So this isn't your average moon. This isn't an airy fairy kind of moon. No, no, no. This is one that comes wearing a cloak and holding a torch and whispering, "Ready or not, I'm showing you what's being buried." It's like, "Ready or not, come, let's go. I'm going to show you what's buried back here." And in comes the shovel. So buckle up. This moon wants your soul. It wants your soul naked. Such a Scorpio thing, right? So it wants your soul naked. So as we are going into this Scorpio sun or Scorpio moon, it's shining right into our deepest emotional basements where we stash our secrets. It's kind of like the secrets of the castle, entering the castle, right? We got to enter into the basement, into the bottom, and where we have the grief and the exes and the money stories and the past lives and that one conversation we replay in the shower kind of thing, and she's opposing Taurus, the bull. So cosmic seesaw is tipping between I want to feel safe, I'm the Taurus. I want to bring in that Venus energy. I really want it to feel yummy and so delicious. And Scorpio comes in and says, "No, I need to transform or I will explode." It kind of reminds me of somebody sitting down on their couch and they're all cuddled up and they're ready to watch their favorite movie on Netflix or something. And they're all ready, they're all comfy, and then in comes the friend or in comes this like, "No, we need to get out there. We need to do something." And it's just like, I don't want to get from underneath my covers. I don't want to move. And that's the tension. But it's good. It's necessary. It's because real growth only happens when you're brave enough to feel it and get to that uncomfortable stuff. And if you're not ready to get to that uncomfortable stuff, well, this moon frequency, hate to tell you, it's purged. It's purgative and it's soul colonic. Yep, it's that colonoscopy, where see, the images I get, such a Scorpio today. The image I get is, before you have a baby, they give you the emina, and that's what I feel this is. It's like, all right, got to go up the poop chute here, baby. So you can't resist it. You got to ride it. You got to let her all out. All of that stuff that's sort of sitting in there. And so that's what we're at. And that's what Scorpio wants to do. So you got to be honest. And most people think that, think they are healed. That's what I love. People think that they're healed. Everything's great. Everything's fine. And then they come to a reading with me, or they come and they take a class, which is happening on the 24th. If you want a transformational class in May, It's like boom, this Scorpio moon shows up and it whispers, but what about that thing? That thing that you need to look at. And then the tears and the dreams and the messages from people you swore were blocked. And it's like the universe is what is that? The woman from YouTube who used to organize your house, Maria Kondu, conduing, yeah, condu, but she's conduing your soul. She's entering your soul and saying, you have too many genes. Why do you have 20 pairs of jeans? You don't need 20 pairs of jeans. Or why, have you said thank you to your house? Have you blessed your house? Right? So she comes in and she starts to organize things. And does this, is this belief spark joy? No. Then burn it. If something in your life is not giving you what you want, but you keep on hanging on to it, very Taurian. Taurus love to hang on to shit. Like they have people in their back 40, they got to open the gate and let them out. But just in case I need that, very Taurus. And in comes this Scorpio energy. It's like, no, you don't. Throw it out. Why, I always say to people, I always have people who are nice around me because sometimes I'm not. And that's because you got to be truthful, and the truth hurts. People, they want to be, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings as I'm going through torment and torture in my life. And this full moon wants to bring it out. This is where the full moon is starting to say, you got to start looking at the shit in your life, because you think the last few months are something. Just, yeah, whatever. You think, oh well, oh, Trump lifted the tariffs. We're gonna be fine right now. Okay. You continue believing what you need to believe. You continue doing what you need to do. Because you know what? This full moon is magical. It's beautiful. And it gives you freedom, and it comes with truth. But the truth, the truth is the power. But and it also comes with ugly cries. That ugly cry that just like it just you gotta just let it out. The soul needs to be cleansed. And it's gonna help you to glow and to get to your higher self because it's been waiting. So don't be afraid to go deep. Scorpio doesn't drown you. We're ruled by Pluto. We don't drown you. We challenge you. We don't kill you. That's Scorpio. I mean that's Sagittarius, or not Sagittarius. That's Saturn. Pluto doesn't. Pluto wants to transform you, wants to allow you to rise from the ashes. Yet we're afraid. We're afraid. We've been so, with propaganda, and that's my new word. Been propaganda by society, by everything that's been happening, especially the last 5 years. Got to be nice to people. Don't offend people. Take that shot. Because you don't want to kill grandma. You got all this, energy that's been like downloading on you to be nice, to be polite. And I'm not saying to go out there to be an asshole. That's not what this moon is. This moon is stepping into the truth. And the truth is like, no, I don't accept that in my world. I don't accept that type of values or those morals. That's not where I'm at. It's like, even like, okay, we're gonna get into like, even with the last pope, it's like, oh, but maybe, let's just be nice to everybody. No, if you're coming in for a spiritual transformation, you're coming in for a spiritual transformation. You're coming in. Here's what you need to do. These are the steps. You can't just like pick and choose because it's better for me and it's going to be easier. No, that's not what it is. spiritual transformation in this full moon is like, no, you got to do shit. You got to get it done and you got to do it. You can't pussyfoot around. And that's what people don't like. For the longest time, it's like, oh, I'll take a little bit of this and I'll take a little bit of that. And then I say to people, you know what? We're going to do a 40-day meditation. What is so long? I can't do it. I'm too busy. It's getting busy. I can't do this. And in comes this energy of this Scorpio full moon and saying, I don't give a fuck if you're busy. This is if you want to get to a higher self, if you want to start feeling better, if you want to start feeling more in your truth and the frequencies, especially with the financial shakeups, this global scale, this Scorpio rules banks, secrets, sexuality, and power. So don't be surprised if you find a financial shakeup, a sex scandal, political truths emerging like gremlins at the midnight. Things emerging. Yeah, I know. It's like stock markets are going crazy. Yeah, okay. This is happening right now. Yeah, I see it. But always, always take a step back and get on your eagle's perch and take a look because there's more going on than meets the eye. It's not all bad. Remember, exposure is the first step of healing, and the truth is rising like the tide. And the ones who float are the ones who've made peace with their shadows and looking at the peace with their shadows. A lot of relationship stuff is going to be coming up, and things about deep intimacy or a burst of energy, they're going to be surfacing like ghosts. So, and especially since Venus is going to be coming out of a shadow on Wednesday, and those who've decided a few months ago decided to hit off into a new relationship, they're going to find it very truths are going to just come up because Venus retrograde is not the time to start a relationship, right? And it brings up stuff every single time. And it also, the surface of level of lovers and might be ghosts, but what about, your soul contracts? They are being activated. So a lot of soul contracts are being activated with this moon. It's like a little portal opening up. And so powerful dreams, past life flashbacks. This is a fabulous time for readings. This is a fabulous time to really get into either a past life regression and to get a past life regression. This is a beautiful time for Akashic records and working on your Akashic records. And this is about feeling someone's energy before they text. That's not psychic paranoia. It's Scorpio season, baby. There ain't no party like a Scorpio party. Just saying, right? So this moon asks, where are you giving your power away? To fear, to debt, to comparison. And it's time for us to clean up. It's time to clean that money altar and call your power back and get into it. So this isn't a time to sort of like sit around lazy dazily. This is a time of activation. This is a time of exploration and awakening. That's what it is. And as we awaken to this energy, as we are allowing ourselves to open up to this divine spiritual frequencies, it allows us to step in. I did a ritual. I put up a ritual for people on my Facebook page, and stepping into that ritual, I think it's pretty good. Um, I just find like I don't want people just to like, oh, this is another beautiful moon kind of thing. This is a moon of us as we are heading into going into the summer season, as we're heading into the heat of summer. This is what this moon is preparing us for. The summer energies are going to be for June and July pretty good. I feel until about the middle of August, and that's when things are going to start really changing and hitting the fan. But for the most part, there is still that we are going to be going through these transformation and changes and preparing, and the prep work that we have to be doing on our soul, and understanding that there will be a lot of people that aren't there or don't want to, or don't agree, or whatever their reason is. But this is a time to bring in, when we're looking, say, at herbs. The herb that I got was mugwort. Mugwort is one of my favorite herbs, I would say. It's one that you can, have make a tea in the evening. That's what I use mugwort for. I use mugwort as a tea. You can add peppermint into it if you like, because it has a very bitter taste to it. And the bitterness of mugwort is, and it's a feminine plant, because it also helps with the womb. It helps with the healing of the womb and your menstrual cycle and menopause. So it's a really good one for helping and working with your hormones. Mugwort is, and it's also one that connects you with your ancestors. So it is a bitter herb, and a bitter herb means that it works with your digestive system. So it's really nice to drink in the evening after dinner. It is, according to Health Canada, it is a mild hallucinogenic. So it's not one to go drink it and drive. It can make you drowsy, definitely, but it helps you to come out of the state of worry or anxiety, right? It's helping you to release. It's helping you to, so that you're able to ground and come into that grounding. And then I got obsidian, and obsidian is a psychic shield, a shadow clearer. Obsidian's beautiful. Obsidian is what they used to use arrows from, and they shine them up, and they can get very, very sharp. They are, because they're like a spiritual scuba gear, right? The emotional deep dive. They're going to help to protect you as you go in. And I obsidian is a very, I think it's a very beautiful stone. So bringing in the obsidian is a nice way of connecting today, and also patchouli. Patchouli incense, patchouli essential oil. It's grounding, and it's oh so Scorpio. It smells like earth, and it's the earth making out with the moon, right? It's very scrumptious. As I say, patchouli is like, oh, that's it. That's a hippie scent. But you can mix patchouli with different herbs too, different oils if you like, and then make it, if you wanted to add some lavender or jasmine or something like that, you can. But patchouli it can bring in that whole, bring in that, it's connected to the root chakra, and bringing that root chakra, and lighting a candle, the candle of fire, and write down what you're done carrying it, and burn it safely. Like, write it down, get it out. I mean, this is what this moon is all about. This is about releasement. And nobody has to know. The thing is that you don't have to share this with anybody, right? You don't have to get out there and share it with anybody and say, "Oh, this is what I'm releasing." No, this is between you and God. This is between you and releasing it from your spirit. And then it's like, "Okay, I'm releasing this. This is what I'm going to be bringing in." Right? Whatever you release, you have to have something coming in, right? So whatever you want to bring in, so this is, you're releasing, you're letting go, right? Your right hand is your projection hand, whatever your dominant hand is. So if your dominant hand is your right hand, hey Cynthia, this is it. And what are you going to bring in is your left hand. What are you going to bring in? I'm releasing, I'm letting go with this full moon. I'm letting go what no longer serves me, what no longer is in my alignment. And sometimes it feels like you're releasing the same thing all the time, because there's still attachment. It could go to deep-seated past life experiences. It could go with part of your karmic deal that you made to work on in this lifetime. And when I say lifetime, it's a lifetime that you're working on it. It's not, so there's little increments that you're letting go. I'm trying to think of this. Where did I hear this story? And it's of a It's an ashram, and they went to an ashram. Anyways, went to an ashram in India, and then this guru came to the ashram, and he was an older gentleman. And he sat, and he's sitting up on his sort of like a table, and he's sitting up on the table, and all these people are coming for blessings and healings and repentance. A lot of people come in, and they're asking for his healing. And this mother and son came, and they were saying of all the hardship that they've had. And it's very difficult with them with the land, and they've had difficulties with the land, and they're always having difficulties with money and health and everything else. And it was interesting because he said, that's what you came in to bear. I can't release that. That's your karmic debt in this world at this time. And that's what people have to understand, and they don't like that. People don't like to hear that. You know, and especially, when you look at things, this is your part of your karmic debt that you've come in here to deal with. And I I I understand it totally because I have a huge karmic debt that I've come into this world to deal with. And the ups and downs and the craziness that goes on within my life, especially the financials. And where it's a roller coaster ride with it all. And it's where when you come to peace with it and an understanding, and then asking, how can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? And how can I share this with others so that they can grow and they can step into that, to their divineness? And when you start looking at it in that way and taking that responsibility, because the other thing is, like, well, people, when shit happens to somebody, like, I hope karma bites their butt. No, that's I mean, yeah, we all say it. We all like to, like, yeah, get them. I want them to get it. Just me. This is where to step back and say, I'm going to send them love and light and pure source energy. And I'm going to give them up to the Holy Spirit and ask for inner peace and a miracle. Wow. Instead of like, oh, karma bites their fucking butt. Well, karma's going to bite your fucking butt because you keep throwing it back. You want to break the cycle. Yeah, there's still shit you have to do, but it's how you deal with that shit, right? You could still do, in the purging and releasing, and letting those, the ugly cry, letting that ugly cry, and just getting it all out is very soulful. It's very healing. It allows for you to open up for newness and brightness and rise above. And that's a beautiful thing, right? So we need to move it out, even, like, doing some movement today, dancing around in your house today is going to be very helpful. Don't just sit all day. Get up and move. Allow your soul to move, and especially with this moon. But this moon is one for to actually begin the transformation, and you'll start to see the difference between now and within 6 months, or even between now, from this full moon Scorpio to the new moon Scorpio, which will be in November, right? So that transformational turn. What's that transformational turn that you are wanting to create in your life? And all of the bullshit that might be happening in your life. How are you handling it? Are you handing it over to God? Are you, like, obsessing over it? Because sometimes you just can't obsess over it. Sometimes you really have to release it. Um, there was something that happened yesterday in my own life where it's like, okay, we need certain things, right? And all of a sudden, I was able to get them. And I was like, okay, thank you, thank you, you know, and opened myself up to receiving what needed to be received. But it's in that essence that allows for you, even when you're going through the craziness in your life. It's turning around and accepting those little things that are coming in to help you and guide you upon your road. And this Scorpio moon is there to help you and guide you. It's not going to kill you. Sometimes it feels like it is. I mean, I've been told when people have taken my class, it's like, oh my God, you opened me up and took everything apart and then put it all back in again. You know, it's bringing in that transformation and change that we are so needed in our life, and that's going to help us, truly help us as things, as the energies. And this is how I feel like the energies are going to get thicker. And that's how I see it, is that the energies are getting thicker. We're coming into some really dense, thick energies. And these dense, thick energies are bringing in the transformation. That Neptune and Saturn conjunction, or it's not really in the geo, it's not really conjunct until like exact, but I mean they're within degrees of it. This is pushing you right to the edge of the edge of the edge, such so that you are standing on your tiptoes on the edge of a cliff. And that's what Neptune Saturn is. It's getting you to step on the edge, on your tiptoes, and this moon is activating this and saying, come, it's okay. Just let go. Oh, that's a scary jump. That's a very scary jump, but that's where it's taking you. It's taking you to that edge and that tiptoe, and you're just standing there. And you have to decide, there's no harness. You just have to allow to know that, yeah, I got a spring on my ass. I can bounce back. I know my angels are there with me. I know I'm coming through this transformation and change. And it's going to allow me to ignite into the butterfly. But only I can do it. You know, when a butterfly comes out of a cocoon, you can't touch the butterfly. You got to allow it to, for its wings to dry and for it to get ready before it can take off and fly, right? And that's so important for you to be, for you to do that and understand it. So here's our mantra for this sacred spicy Scorpio moon. I am safe to feel it all. I release what weighs me down. I rise in truth. I am the mystery made manifest. Wow. Stay hydrated, stay grounded, and maybe, this is where maybe don't text your ex or anybody that you're angry at unless Mercury gives you permission, which Mercury's getting pretty close to the sun right now. I don't think so. Okay. So you got this. The Scorpio moon wants you to remember how powerful you already are and bring in that power and that transformation for you. So, oh, you know what I did forget? I forgot we could draw a card. Let's bring in the energy oracle cards. Let's draw a card for this. So sorry. I feel it is. I got the two cards that are coming in for the tarot. One is the death card because it is aligned with Scorpio. But I'm also feeling, I feel like the tower. I got the death, the tower, and then the star card. The star card, I believe, is Aquarius. So it's allowing us to come to that new heights of knowledge, of understanding and knowingness. So We got victory, but we got it upside down. So the victory card came in. So, but it's reversed. The victory card signals a delay or reversal in a hoped for outcome, whether it is personal change or external achievement. So there's some waiting because there's some reconstructions that we still have to do. So we have to reevaluate things. We got to release one specific outcome and set your sights on another. So this is about like don't getting hung up on things. This is allowing yourself to step forward to allow for that transformation to come in. And when you do, this is to remember that you want to peacefully surrender, and equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. So allowing yourself to bring in that transformation, yeah, because you got to know your value. You got to understand your value. And when you can understand what brings you value, right? Because this is a releasement. And you're allowing for those things to be released. You're allowing these to come in. Then your value comes in. The things that you want will start to come in because you're those other things are just holding you up. They're not allowing you. So this is opening yourself up to allow for the money, the coins, the jewelry fly towards you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. It's there for us, but we have to go through this. We have to go through this shadow. We have to go through this, sort of like going through the darkness to come to the light, And I know many of you are saying that's all, it sounds like my whole life. Well, it might be. It just might be, maybe this is part of your soul assignment is to understand that. Now embrace it instead of bitching about it, and embracing it to make the change. And really watch if you have really some bad habits. So I'm going to say anybody who has any drug related habits or alcohol habits, anything like that, this energy can really make it, a craving to go hide. So be aware of that. And once you look at that, you're stepping towards some beautiful things. You're stepping towards some greatness for you. So there you go. Have a blessed one, everybody. And we'll talk to you soon. If you're interested in my workshop on the 24th, let me know because there's some key takeaways for that workshop and to help you to handle the energies that are coming forth. So, because we're going to be in this energy from coming up this week to February of next year. So, yeah. And then we'll be in it for a little bit longer. So, have a blessed one. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.